Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I think could be one of the coolest Easter eggs in the entire Jurassic Park franchise. If you've been paying attention to the way the Tyrannosaur looks in the new Jurassic World films, you might have noticed that she's missing one of her front teeth. And while there's no real story or answer for why the filmmakers chose to make this decision just yet, some history from the original movie from 1993 could explain exactly what's going on here.
Yes, again, in theory.
So part of making Jurassic Park YouTube videos comes with me making thumbnails and finding art that most people probably don't get to see if they're more of a casual fan. Well, funnily enough, a poster that I've had up in my office for quite some time now shows the T-Rex with that really noticeable gap in its teeth that we're talking about today. And after playing around with the picture in my editing software, I decided to put it up against some of the other pictures of the Tyrannosaur from the recent Jurassic World material. And in all instances, it was pretty easy to see that this singular missing tooth seemed to be a factor in pretty much everything that I'd go through. Now at first, I actually thought that the missing tooth might just be a clever little detail that J.W-Gojifan snuck into Fallen Kingdom, since one of the antagonists in that movie, Ken Whatley, wanted to take dinosaur teeth out of the captured animals' mouths that they were trafficking from Isla Nublar. We see this happen with the Stegosaurus, and later we see him attempt to do the same with the Indoraptor. Well, I thought this could be the answer to the missing tooth problem until I chose to go back even further and look at images from 2015's Jurassic World. And that's where it became apparent that this model of the Rex also had a missing tooth, which obviously meant that my Ken Whatley theory got tossed right out the window. So at that moment I thought, what gives? Why does this dinosaur have a missing tooth? If it's something so obvious and at the front of its face, then they have to be alluding to something that either deep fans know of or maybe that we saw happen in the past, right? Well, that's when I remembered something that took place in the original Jurassic Park movie from 1993, and yes, for those of you who don't know, this T-Rex is in fact the same T-Rex from the very first Jurassic Park. She's actually so far the last surviving dinosaur from the original film that we're aware of so far in the film canon. With that being said, there is actually a pretty cool event that went down while Spielberg was filming the first movie that I'm not so sure the general public even knows about, but yes, it happens to involve the Tyrannosaur losing one of her front teeth. And hey, not only did that happen, but what if I told you that you can actually see it happen in the first Jurassic Park? During the infamous Tyrannosaurus breakout scene, Lex and Tim somehow are able to support the weight and power of a full-grown T-Rex from breaking through what little defense that they have and eating them in a couple of bites. Well, the power of that glass roof was so strong that during this scene, if you pay really close attention, you can actually see the glass push back against the animatronic's mouth and break one of her front teeth clean off. This is admittedly something that I wasn't even aware of happening until rather recently, but once I saw it, I took a mental note of it just because I thought it was a pretty cool little break that you can see happen in the original film. Joseph Mazzello, who played Tim Murphy in the movie, has even gone on record to say that when the T-Rex lost its tooth, it took them like half an hour to get the tooth back in, so Spielberg was just like, the heck with it, we'll forget about it and we'll do it without the tooth. I know I bring this up a lot, but the Tyrannosaur model made by Industrial Light and Magic in the original film, and really all three of the original Jurassic Park movies, looks entirely different from the on-set animatronic that you actually only get to see during this specific part of the original Jurassic Park. For every other scene that features the T-Rex in this movie, it's shown off through the CGI model, which includes the Must Go Faster chase, the Gallimimus attack, and of course, the end battle with the Raptors. It's even used here during the breakout as well, so when it came to actual consistency between these two special effects, they weren't exactly one for one. In fact, you can actually tell which one you're looking at easily by just ironically looking at these teeth, which is one of the reasons why I find it pretty cool that the new Jurassic World visual effects have chosen to omit this tooth from the front of the Tyrannosaur's mouth in both of the new live-action movies. Now again, I want to make it clear that this is not 100% confirmed at all, or really even something that I think anyone has ever asked Colin Trevorrow or ILM about when it comes to the new movies. But after looking at all of these images and going through the Ford Explorer attack in the first film, I think there's a really good possibility that this could be a great Easter egg to that Stan Winston model getting busted in 1993. But hey, that's just my own opinion. Anyways, what do all of you guys think about the subject matter? Do you think this could be a deliberate Easter egg made on the part of the filmmakers for the hardcore fans, or do you think this isn't really anything to talk about and I'm just going crazy here? But hey, if it's not related to the tooth falling out in the original movie, I would like to know what you actually think this decision could have been made for, because that's the only explanation that makes any sense to me. With that being said, whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that all of you continue to support what I do, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching today's video and hope you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll all consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.